Lucas on a trip. Lucas worked at a small software startup in a small town in Canada for several years. He was always the first one to arrive and the last one to leave. He worked long hours in front of his computer. He was shy and introverted and rarely got out of his comfort zone. Until one day he decided to take a vacation in Mexico to explore a new country and meet new people. He studied Spanish for 2 years at school, so he thought he knew the basics of the language and he felt confident about it. When he arrived at the airport in Cancun, Lucas was immediately shocked by the chaos and the noise. He had difficulties communicating with the airport staff, who spoke little English.
Perdón, ¿puede repetir, por favor?
Moreover, his bags were lost during the flight. He had to wait for 5 long hours, and he had to fill out some documents to finally get his luggage. Lucas booked a hotel near the beach, but when he arrived, he found that the room was not what he expected. The bed was very uncomfortable, the air conditioning was broken, and there were bugs crawling on the walls, including cockroaches. He called reception, but the phone didn't work. So he walked downstairs and complained to the receptionist. Unfortunately, they told him that there were no other rooms available. Feeling frustrated and disappointed, Lucas decided to go to the beach to relax. However, after 15 minutes of peace, he was interrupted by several vendors selling bracelets and souvenirs.
¡Hay agua mineral, spray, coca! ¡Hay coca, bebida fresca y coca!
He tried to politely decline, but they were persistent and wouldn't leave him alone. He had 5 vendors around him speaking Spanish at the same time. Eventually, Lucas bought a few items, but he didn't feel good about the situation. That night, Lucas went to a restaurant to try some local cuisine. He ordered a dish that sounded interesting, but when it arrived, he realized he had made a mistake. The food was too spicy for him, and he couldn't finish it. He tried to ask the waiter for water, but they gave him a drink called aguardiente, and he ended up accidentally vomiting on the table and breaking all the dishes and glasses on it. He had to pay for everything, obviously. After that terrible dinner, Lucas decided to go to a bar to meet new people and have some fun. He was feeling adventurous and wanted to socialize with some locals. However, as soon as he entered the bar, he realized that it was not his type of place.
Y llegó el sabor, a bailar se ha dicho.
The music was too loud, the people were too crazy, and he felt out of place. He tried to leave, but he accidentally spilled his beer on a woman. She immediately talked to her husband, a big, muscular man with a sombrero. This man and his friend took Lucas to the parking lot and beat him for 10 minutes. At the end of his first day in Cancun, Lucas felt exhausted. He realized that he underestimated the challenges of traveling to a foreign country, especially one where he didn't speak the language fluently. He decided to finish his trip and return home after one day. Despite all the problems he had, Lucas discovered that he learned important lessons. He needed to get out of his comfort zone more often and try new things, even if they were difficult or uncomfortable. And he promised himself that he would continue to travel and explore the world.